This last semester was my first time back to school after about 10 years. So I was faced with this new environment that was surprisingly similar to the high school environment that I came from, which wasn't a very good time for me, just in terms of depression and anxiety. So it sort of just like threw me right back into that. So for the first semester, it was really difficult trying to sort of find that balance between what I remember school being like and what I know that I'm capable of making school be like for me now. When you're dealing with things like this, it's often a lot easier to keep it to yourself, because there's not a whole lot of people who might understand exactly what it's all about. It's difficult, especially when you're a student, you know, and the teacher is in a position of power. It's difficult to feel as if that you can criticize what's going on in the classroom, for example, if it's really not working for you. And so I suppose one thing that might really help people in my situation is if the teachers and the faculty in general were able to keep more of an open mind if a student were to be able to come up and say, look, like, I'm really struggling with this. The difficult thing about that is that in my own experience, like, I didn't want to single myself out as somebody who's having all these difficulties. You know, I just want to be a normal student, right? We have really intensely pre-configured worldviews about a society and our environment and other people. It's easy to not see how those might be slanted in terms of how there might not actually be so many people who are experiencing the same thing as you, and how, you know, everybody you see is having a great time and nobody is having difficulties. And so it's very easy to sort of isolate yourself and close yourself off from the idea that there may be people who are struggling just as much or more than you. So if I were to, you know, really try and kind of give a pearl of wisdom, is keep an open mind about you as you realize that there are other people who are going through exactly the same thing. And if you see one person who you realize is actually struggling just like you, it makes the world seem 100% friendlier.